Hi guys, hopping on today. Hope you are doing well. I wanted to tell a little bit funnier story. So this week I've been hopping on talking about some really deep stuff as I am working through healing of, going through being a college athlete, the self-confidence, the body image, the shame that comes with your body changing after athletics. And it's been really, really deep and really, really dark. So I wanted to tell a funnier story of just, wow, that happened. And so the story really originates with me and my husband, David. If you haven't seen him on some of my posts, I'm sure you will. He was an Arizona State diver. And so sophomore year, we met freshman year of college. So that was 2015. We started dating that summer. And so that was the same summer that I lost my coach. I no longer had a coach. We had a volunteer coach for a while until one was finally hired. And so he was supposed to get there like the next Monday. And I decided that the weekend before he got there, I was going to go home and decompress and kind of collect myself before the new coach got there. So I did that. Got permission, all of that. My parents had an extra ticket to a football game. And so I repped the right colors. I went with my family. I met my then boyfriend at the football game. I took a picture in those colors, posted on social media. So this is a funny story, but it's also a little bit of a warning tale of being careful of social media if you are an athlete and you are under that influence, under that control of people that really make the decisions in your life and really how things are perceived when you're an athlete. So I post this picture, like super proud. It's the first picture that we took together. We're in a relationship. It's totally new, like all this fun stuff. Then I get a call from one of the coaches asking if I had been in contact with a certain coach and if I was trying to recruit and if I was trying to transfer without using the appropriate channels. So in the NCAA, if you are going to transfer, you have to put into what's called the transfer portal. Declare that you want to transfer schools. You have to get approval from the coach and clearance from the university to go and look at other universities and decide where you want to transfer to. And I hadn't done that because I wasn't looking to transfer. And so I had to walk into my compliance officer's office and say, hey, let's talk about my relationship that is all of about a month old. And so that was really the only time that David and I ever asked, like, hey, is this worth it? Is this worth it to go through this? We have to get NCAA approval to date because his school had a female team. I had known the coach for a lot of years. Like, we had this connection. My parents are ASU alumni, and so there's a lot going on. And so we had to go through NCAA approval. They took 3 months to decide that our relationship was legitimate and that we were allowed to, date. Our families could buy extra food, could take us out to dinner. The really big question was this big vacation that my family had planned, and we were planning to take David. And so we had to get approval so that he would not lose his scholarship. His scholarship was literally at risk because of this. And so it was super important that we got this NCAA approval. So part of our wedding ceremony was how much we've gone through in the last 5 years. That we went through long distance. We did 2.5 years of long distance. We got NCAA approval. We planned a wedding in a pandemic. We moved in together, bought a house, all the things, everything that we've been through in the past 5 years. And so the biggest question that anyone had after our wedding ceremony was the NCAA approval, true or false? It is absolutely 100% true. So this was my present to David on our wedding day. It is actually the emails that say that we are NCAA approved to date. And so these emails are super important to me, not because their approval made it legitimate, but because this reminds me not to take all of that stuff so seriously. Because 19-year-olds starting to date, they had to approve it. It just reminds me not to take things too seriously, not to, take their authority too seriously. And it probably is the event that started the downfall of my athletic career. It probably is. And I don't regret it whatsoever. David's my husband now. He is a fantastic person. He's training for Olympic trials. We have so much going for us. But these are incredibly important emails because they just remind me that they think they're this powerful. They think that they have this much control. And to some extent, they really do. They could have come back and been like, no, we don't see any credence for, proving this relationship. We don't think it's real. We think he's doing it for extra benefits. They could have done all of that. I don't know if that would have made a difference in our relationship, but they probably could have tried. So to all the athletes who have been through this, who are going through the self-confidence and the self-image and how things are perceived, remember that's their problem. It's their problem how they perceive it. You have your own life. You make your own decisions. You decide who to spend your life with, who to date. They have no power over it. They have no control over your joy, your happiness, the person that you love. That's you. That's all your power. Bye.